Neil Armstrong was born on August 5, 1930, in Wapakoneta, Ohio. He was the eldest of three children born to Stephen and Viola Armstrong. His father worked as an auditor for the state government, and his mother was a homemaker. Growing up, Neil had a keen interest in science and technology, particularly aviation. He was fascinated by airplanes and would often build model airplanes and watch them fly. He also had a love for adventure and exploration, which would later lead him to become an astronaut. In 1947, Neil graduated from Bloom High School in Wapakoneta and immediately enrolled in Purdue University. He studied aeronautical engineering and was a member of the Delta Tau Delta fraternity. He also joined the Reserve Officer Training Corps, ROTC, and was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Navy upon graduation in 1955. After completing his education, Neil joined the Navy and began training as a pilot. He flew 78 combat missions in the Korean War and was awarded several medals, including the Air Medal and the Gold Star. In 1956, he completed his training and was assigned to the Naval Air Test Center in Patuxent River, Maryland, where he flew test aircraft and helped develop new technologies. In 1957, Neil decided to pursue a career as an astronaut and applied to the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA. He was accepted into the second group of astronauts, known as the New Nine. He was chosen to be part of the Gemini program, which aimed to test new technologies and techniques for spaceflight. In 1965, Neil was chosen to be the commander of the Gemini 8 mission. The mission was a success, and Neil became the first astronaut to perform a successful docking in space. He was also the first astronaut to experience a spacewalk when his spacecraft's hatch accidentally opened while in space. In 1969, Neil was chosen to be the commander of the Apollo 11 mission, which would be the first manned mission to land on the moon. On July 16, 1969, Neil, along with Buzz Aldrin and Michael Collins, were launched into space aboard the Apollo 11 spacecraft. On July 20, 1969, Neil and Buzz landed on the surface of the moon and became the first human beings to set foot on another celestial body. Neil's famous words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," were spoken as he took his first steps on the lunar surface. Neil and Buzz collected samples of lunar material, conducted experiments, and planted the American flag. They also took photographs and video footage of their historic journey. After the Apollo 11 mission, Neil became an international hero and was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom and the Congressional Space Medal of Honor. He also received numerous other awards and honors, including the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the Congressional Space Medal of Honor, and the Congressional Gold Medal. In 1970, Neil retired from NASA and the Navy and returned to civilian life. He became a professor of aerospace engineering at the University of Cincinnati and also served as a spokesman for various businesses and organizations. He also wrote a book about his experiences as an astronaut entitled First Man. Neil's life was not without controversy, as he was criticized for not being more vocal about political and social issues. He was also criticized for his decision to not participate in the public events of the 50th anniversary of the Apollo 11 mission in 2019. On August 25, 2012, Neil passed away at the age of 82 from complications from a heart surgery. He was survived by his wife, Carol, and their two children, Mark and Eric. Neil Armstrong will always be remembered as a true American hero and a pioneer in space exploration. His legacy lives on through the countless individuals who were inspired by his journey to the moon and his unwavering commitment to scientific discovery and exploration. In addition to his role in the Apollo 11 mission, Neil also played a significant role in the development of the Space Shuttle program and other NASA initiatives. He also served as a member of the National Commission on Space and the Presidential Commission on the Space Shuttle Challenger accident. Throughout his life, Neil was a strong advocate for education and the importance of STEM education. He believed that science, technology, engineering, and mathematics were crucial for the future of humanity and the advancement of society. He also believed that space exploration was essential for the betterment of mankind and the development of new technologies. Neil's life and accomplishments continue to inspire future generations of scientists, engineers, and explorers. His dedication to the pursuit of knowledge and the exploration of space will always be remembered as one of the greatest achievements in human history.